Another wide run from Bradbury, and there is a simple move from Micallef.
My name's Ryan Micallef. I'm a 15-year-old racing driver from Kent. I mainly do sim racing stuff, but I also do a lot of real-life racing stuff as well. I've done karting since 2019, sim racing since 2019, done national championships like Super 1, and then on the sim I've done British F4 esports with Kimura. My greatest moment was getting a podium and fastest lap at Super 1 as a rookie. So it was my first round there, and we entered as guests. We had done no prior testing on the tyres. We'd done a little bit of testing at the track, but we just went in there blind really and just see what we could do. Saved our tyres a bit on the Saturday, that was it really, and then on the Sunday we went in, we was 3 tenths quicker than anyone in the final. Got a P2 and the fastest lap on our first major event. I started sim racing because I started off playing F1 2019 on the controller, and then I just started watching racing in general, and obviously my dad's got a background not in like car racing but like water racing, and then yeah, I just got myself a wheel, little desk set up, found out I was a little bit quick, kept upgrading, and then just that's where I am now. It's all led to this moment. So I've always really watched motorsport, I've just never really gotten into it. And then at the beginning of 2019, is when I first started to really get into it. I watched the F1 with my dad and that. Just from there, I just kept growing and growing and growing. And then it's got to the point where I was just like, yeah, I want to do it because I keep watching it and I'm into it. And then obviously another thing that got me into it was when I broke my ankles. I couldn't do football anymore because I was originally from football. So yeah, I just thought, let's just try it and see where it goes. I don't know if I really support teams, I more support drivers, but if I was to say a team, it'd probably be like Williams, I'd say, because they had a really rich history, and then they've kind of had a decline in their success, and I feel like they should be back to where they were because they've got a good set of drivers, I think, for next year. I reckon my favourite driver is Lando Norris because he's quite young and he's quite relatable, if you know what I mean, because we're not, I say, too far away from the age group, but he's more on my level, if you know what I mean. The sim definitely gives me chance to learn the tracks and stuff, because there's certain softwares that you can get for karting, so that is all the tracks in the UK and Europe and stuff, so I can go on there, learn the layout of the track. On the car games, you can fine tune your brake shapes, your throttle inputs, your turning, everything. It does correlate to real life. You might not drive a track on the sim and then go into real life and be quick, but you'll have a rough idea and you'll be ready to go when obviously when you're there in real life. It does mean a lot because racing nowadays is more about money than talent, so we haven't got a lot of money, so sim racing was really the way to go, and the amount of hours I put in over the past 8 months has been crazy. I've been every day after school till I go to bed, all day on the weekends, just trying to perfect my craft. And for Kimura to come and give me this opportunity was great, because definitely put a lot of effort into it, and really meant a lot that I was getting myself out there now, because the past 3 years I've been trying and trying and trying, and it's finally paid off. It means the world to me because I'm already a step ahead of my competition, if you can say that, because most sim racers are normally 16, 17, 18, they're on the higher part of their teens. But no, I've got in early, I think, and I feel like it definitely gives me room to improve, and I could be very good in a few years' time. It was a great experience, so I knew most of the people in it, but there was definitely new faces, and there's some very good drivers in there as well that have been racing for big teams, and it's like, it's good to get in amongst them. The championship didn't really go our way, but it was the first one professionally for me, and also the first one for Kimura, and to come out of a top 5, I reckon we done quite well. Like I said, luck won on our side, but that's just motorsport in general, really. We can definitely do big things as a team. We've got a good driver lineup, got a lot of knowledge going into next year as well. I reckon a good amount of testing and teamwork, I reckon we can be at the front of big events, because yeah, we're surrounded by a good group of lads and very passionate for what they do as well. It's going to be a big step up, 100%, but I'm willing to put the effort in, willing to put the hard work in, and it's quite surreal as well, because I never thought, like, when I was 12, just getting into sim racing and racing in general, I never thought it would come to this. Yeah, to be going into international competitions is crazy, but yeah, I'm confident hard work will be able to get us to where we need to be. My parents have definitely done a lot for me. They've put a lot of blood, sweat and tears in, I can say, and I'm finally happy to like repay them with all the effort. It means a lot to me as much as them, obviously, to get here. Like I said, loads of hard work and effort, and it's finally paying off. So hopefully I can carry it on and pay them back what they've gave to me. It's definitely a good feeling to be a role model for people, because being able to help people is one of the main things that my personality trait is. So I get to help people out as well who want to be in my position. Greatest moment in sim racing was definitely being able to enter British F4 with Kimura. That was a big stepping stone in my career to be my first professional event. Near enough the beginning of 2022, I was just going through a really bad phase. Like, every time I'd do any real life events, sim racing events, I'd always get crashed into, or there'd be problems with the equipment I'm using, and it really put me on a downer, but yeah, we pushed through it, and yeah, it paid off. I'll probably say someone like Lando Norris or George Russell, because they do a lot of sim racing. They like sort of took the same path as me, if you could say. Like, they started in Super 1 and stuff, and yeah, it really inspired me.